It was in 2002 that planning to four-lane the Parwanoo-Shimla section of National Highway had begun. By the time the first stretch of 39 kilometers from Parwanoo to Solan was four-laned, it was 2019. In the recent rains, we have seen sizable damage has been caused to the highway. We have with us Mr. Abdul Basit. He's the Regional Officer, National Highways Authority of India at Shimla, who has been awarded for his outstanding work in Uttar Pradesh during the pandemic. He'll share some views on why the highway has developed some problems. Sir, welcome to the Tribune.
Thank you very much. And what you have just said, why this problem has developed. Actually, the recent problem have developed because of the devastating flash floods, devastating cloud burst, and the resulting the overflowing of water on our highway. As far as what you have said about the planning part, see, we have engaged the DPR consultant earlier, and I think that was our the first project in hilly region in Himalaya, and that DPR was again revised in 2011 with the current PCU, and that work was awarded and started construction in 2015. And this four laning, which is without pave shoulder, was completed in April 2020. And as per the present PCU, the capacity of this section Parwanoo-Solan is still not exhausted.
As the construction part goes, we find that there are a lot of structural flaws, like the level of the breast walls is quite low. It was very aptly mentioned in the environmental impact assessment report that given the quality of earth which existed, higher breast walls would have been apt. But since the slopes were left exposed, the damage, I think, due to falling debris has been colossal. So don't you think this was a structural flaw?
See, the breast wall up from 1.5 to 3 meter was to be constructed, and at many location the contractor because of the soft strata, the contractor has constructed more than 5 meter or 6 meter and have treated that slope also, but all the extra slope beyond 3 meter were not in their scope. Therefore, NHAI has recently identified that location, and for protection of that slope has recently called tenders also for amounting to rupees around 200 crore. So we are improving the things.
When the four lane was being constructed, at that time also this problem had cropped up, and the executing agency had asked for enhancement of the scope. So we feel had that scope been enhanced then, probably this damage could have been averted now.
Actually, there is a limit for enhancing. So we have enhanced certain protection work, and we have also paid them. But since the amount of protection work was very high as compared to the original contract price, so NHAI headquarters decided to go for new bidding instead of giving this work to the existing contractor, that is GR Infra.
Now, when we compare four-laning work which has taken place between Parwanoo and Solan and the subsequent stretch, we think there has been better planning because the structure seems to be more stable, and the number of debris spots where a problem has occurred is considerably less. So it seems that this was a company which had some experience of working in the hills as against the GR infrastructure which had little experience. So you think experience also matters?
Yes, experience also matters, and we are learning and improving the thing. And the second part is that Parwanoo Solan section is a little bit more challenging than Solan Kathlighat. See, in Kasauli, this time Kasauli, there are cloud burst 2 or 3 times, and because of that, the Koti section of the highway has suffered extensive damage because the water flows over that. our culvert at that location were choked because of the debris, and the water started overflowing on the pavement. So experience also count, and the geology of the region, that is also very bad in Parwanoo-Solan section.
The NHAI has learned if we talk about experience of the Parwanoo-Solan section of National Highway?
The overall experience that we have gained, that in the first instance these floods and the cloudburst, these are unprecedented, that has never been witnessed in the Himachal Pradesh. So we have learned a lot, especially on the aspect of drainage, because wherever we have seen that debris has fallen, our all the drains have choked with that debris, even the culvert have choked and that water is overflowing. And the second thing is that we have noticed that wherever there are tunnels, so these tunnels have saved us from the damages, especially on Kiratpur Manali. These tunnels have saved the connectivity with the Manali. Otherwise, we would have been the Manali or the Kullu portion have been cut off from the tourist map for a longer period. But because of that tunnels, these were not affected by the floods, and they have restored. We were able to restore the connectivity between Manali and the Chandigarh in the shortest possible time by providing a temporary ways of 5 to 6 meter.
Which has finally been worked out on Parwanoo-Solan section, because it was allotted for 748 crore, but it seems that the cost has surmounted by several crores.
As per till the current month, I think it is around 45 to 50 crore escalation as per the contract agreement provision.
There is some amount which has been stuck up in the arbitration for various reasons, because certain modifications were carried out, I believe, after the initial construction. So you're not considering that as part of the project cost?
See, there are various things which the contractor claim wherever we have not provided the land, or there may be hindrances because of the utilities or the forest, and we have to give them EOTs also. And if there is a overfall, then we compensate the contractor as per contract agreement. And if there is a default of the contractor, then there are also provision for that.
Should be more practical, because when I studied the EIA of this particular spot, I realized that many environmental aspects have been left untouched, especially with regard to slope protection.
See, I have said in the beginning that this was the first project in Himalaya. So at that time, what EIA has said, the consultants may also be new to this region. So they may not have suggested some protection also. But now we are taking care of that, and we are proposing new technologies, RS wall, cut and cover, tunnels, and many more technologies.
Leads to a little bit of cost escalation, but we all realize that they save a lot on the ecology, and like you said, led to we save a lot on fuel and ecology.
Yes, actually, when we compare the life cycle cost of the tunnels, then they would, in the longer term, they will be economical as compared to if we include the cost of the public also, means the fuel saving they are using. See, in Mandi and Bilaspur, people are paying toll of 65 rupees, but they are saving their fuel of 250 rupees. So they are winning, and they are also saving their time, 2.5 hours. So that can be utilized for other productive works.
Much for speaking with us. This is Ambika Sharma reporting for the Tribune from Shimla.